Okay, today we're going to make piccalilli. There's not much cooking involved, although it does take up to a month to make it. So we'll start now, so it's ready. Right, first thing to do, and the most important, cauliflower. Now, we're going to be totaling about a kilogram of veg in total to make this. And this cauliflower is 1.5 kilograms on its own. But by the time we get rid of all this, get rid of all the leaves, I'm just going to take all the top bits off. That should reduce quite a lot. Right, first thing to do, and the most important, cauliflower. Now, we're going to be totaling about a kilogram of veg in total to make this. And this cauliflower is 1.5 kilograms on its own. But by the time we get rid of all this, get rid of all the leaves, I'm just going to take all the top bits off. That should reduce quite a lot. So just get rid of all this at the bottom. We don't want any of this, and we just really want the top bit. So let's first of all get rid of all this stuff. We're only really interested in the top layer, like that bit. We don't need any stalks or anything, so that'll lessen the weight of this considerably, I would imagine. Just get rid of all the rubbish. Okay, I've broken it down into like smaller bits, and I've got about 0.4 of a kilogram, so that's pretty good. We want to break these down into just little smaller pieces. I don't like it having it too big, to be honest, because it makes it more difficult to use. So just really small pieces like that, bite-sized pieces really. What I do is just pick them up, break them off, like that, into little bits, and you can get it even lighter than that. It's okay to have them different sizes. If I just think they're too big, I just cut them even more. Someone break. Just get them down to the size that you want. You can have big ones and small ones. You don't need to be uniform. All we're doing is making it up to about a kilogram. So really, you can add pretty much what you like, but as long as it's all nice and chopped up. This is cucumber, so I'll stick this in. Just this much. Now I don't really want to go for the seeds on the inside, so I'm just going to cut up the edges. Don't really need that. Just chop these. Totally uneven. Right, now we can add the cucumber to what we have of the cauliflower. There we go. Same with the courgettes, to be honest. Courgettes are a lot firmer actually than the cucumber, so just use whatever parts you want. If any parts are just too big, just cut them again any way you want to. Okay, just going to add some green beans, and again, nice, just chop them. Probably chop them smaller. Get a few together and chop them like that. It doesn't matter. It's actually more time sorting them out, trying to put them in line to chop, than actually just chopping. Yeah, and the last things I'm going to put in are a pepper and an onion. It is traditional to use shallots, to be honest, but turns out I haven't got any. But this will be fine. Again, chop them the same way you've done the others. So, okay, now I've got a kilogram, roughly. It's about 1.2. Rough kilogram of my mixed veg. What we need to do now is get as much water out of these as we can. So that really the best thing to do, cover them in salt and stick them in the fridge overnight. And that'll draw a lot of water out. What I'll do is put them in a bigger bowl like that and then put salt on top so the water can drop down to the bottom. Now, because it's a quintessential British pickle, you need British salt. No other can compare. No, I'm only joking. Use any salt you like. What I'm going to do is just put, looks like a lot of salt, but don't worry, it's all going to get washed off tomorrow. So let's get that in there. Get everything just covered in salt. Woo! Don't lose half your veg if you can. And there will be loads of salt on this, but as long as it's mixed in, and it'll start extracting the water overnight. What happens is that will keep the veg crunchy, hopefully, if we can get enough water out of it. Okay, that's going to go in the fridge overnight. Okay, right, these have been salting all night, so we can, when I said I was going to put them in the fridge last night, I changed my mind and just left them on the desk, on the countertop. So, as you can see, they've lost a lot of the liquid now, and there we go. That's just from last night. So what we need to do now is wash all the salt off. Now you don't want to do this for too long, but you need to get in there and get all as much salt off as you can. But you don't want to rehydrate the vegetables if you can help it. But just rub it through with some salt, get rid of the salt. Okay, and that's leave that to fully drain now. Right, now the next thing, Pickle is known for its famous yellow spicy sauce. That's what we're going to make now. And first thing we need to do, get some spices. Okay, so I want a teaspoon of cumin seeds, that's enough, and coriander seeds. That'll do. Okay, now we want to crack these. It don't have to be perfect. The smell is tremendous. Well, it is if you like cumin. So, into a bowl, let's get all our seeds out. Waste not, want not. Now, we need a couple of teaspoons of mustard seeds. So, yeah, that'll do. And these, we don't need to crack these because we're going to put some normal English mustard in as well. Now, the next thing we want about 10 grams of English mustard. That's usually what you'll find in one of these. So let's get that in. And into that, 10 grams of turmeric. Ooh. Again, the smell is amazing now. And then with that, 30 grams of cornflour. This is for thickening so that all the sauce sticks to the veg. Because without it, it'll be just liquid. Okay, and what we're going to do now is we just want to make this into a paste. You'll need 600 mils of vinegar. Now you can use cider vinegar or you can use apple vinegar, anything like that, white wine vinegar. I'm going to use malt vinegar. The only thing it'll do is make it slightly darker. That's all. But I think it's got the best taste out of all of them. Malt vinegar is made out of beer, so let's be honest, it's going to be better. You just want to mix this in so it's a nice smooth paste. Well, as smooth as it can be. It's got seeds in it, so don't worry about that. Look at the colour of that anyway, already. Okay, with the rest of the vinegar, just put that into a pan. Ooh. Smells like a fish and chip shop. Okay, that's heated up a bit. Just put a little bit of the vinegar in here, just to temper it and get it looser. Once you've got all that nice and loose, so you don't waste any of it. And this can all be tipped into the pan. Now you want to put that back on the stove for a few minutes, not very long, just 3 or 4 minutes, and waken the spices up, as you can see. Right, so at this stage that we find that with the veg and the sauce together, you might need a big pan. I've just realised that. Okay, so let's get all the veg in the pan, which should be relatively as dry as you can get them now. These look not too bad, a little bit wet, but they'll be okay. And if you now notice, this is thickened up a lot because of the cornflour, which is perfect. Now you can see it's a bit darker, it's not fluorescent yellow like you see that you can buy on the supermarket shelves. It's because I've used malt vinegar, but I'm happy with to live with that. And just pour all of that into your stock pot. Okay, and nice gentle stirring. You don't want to crush the veg. And what we're going to do is just put this back on the stove again for 3 or 4 minutes, just to take the just to cook the vegetables very slightly. They'll start cooking in the sauce, but just stop them from being raw till just I wouldn't say tender because you want them crunchy, but just partially cooked, blanched, as it were. Okay, right, now get your sterilised jars out. There's many ways you can sterilise them. You can put them in the dishwasher, put them in the microwave, which one of these. Okay, now it's time to fill them. I lost my spoon. For those of you who are really organised, you will have funnels and things like that, so you don't make a mess. Whereas me, I'm just happy to crack on with it. The only thing you need to do is make them as full as you can, because then there's less air in it and they'll last longer. That'll do for that one. Let's get what remaining juice you can get out of there. Oh. Okay, and once that's done, lid's on. And I can clean the outside of the jars now. Actually, that wasn't too bad. Worked out perfectly for 3 jars. Okay, I've washed them. They're all nice. And these are ready to go. You can't eat them now. It's awful. They taste like really strong vinegar. What you need to do is put them away for at least a month, 6 weeks preferably. After that, it'll have mellowed and it'll taste supreme. Trust me. So in a dark place for at least a month.